of course. We spoke to your team yesterday. Congratulations first, by the way.
Merci beaucoup.
Okay. We spoke to your team yesterday. They were saying that you were calling for a first round finish.
Yes.
What took you so long?
Ah, man, I really, the crowd was being so obnoxious, I had to drag out the beating a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? Like, initially the plan was to get him out of there quickly, but the crowd was being so crazy. I was like, you know what? You guys don't deserve a quick ending to your suffering. I got to drag this out a little bit longer. So that's why I took my time a little bit. And here's what I'll say too: if it's my teammate with the big hair, you got to take everything he says with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he's really worked up when he's talking, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can listen to about half of what he says. You know what I'm saying? He gets really he gets carried away a little bit sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
It was him, yeah.
Yeah.
We can show you the footage.
Oh my goodness. But I love him though. That's my dog. Big Meek in the building.
But in all seriousness, a very good performance over a tough guy. Although he was 2-0 before fighting you, he was one of the biggest prospects for France. So beating him, I think that does a lot for your career. What would you say, and how would you rate your own performance here?
I'd give myself a B for that. I'd give myself a B. A strong finish. Not the best start, you know what I'm saying? I was rushing things off the rip. Once I really settled in and really started like doing what I do, then things started going the way they were supposed to, you know what I'm saying? So I give myself a B, you know what I mean?
Sérieusement, c'était une très grande performance. Vous avez battu un Français, un combattant français très prometteur. Quelle note vous donnez-vous pour votre performance? Bryan a répondu à un B. Parce que je ne sais pas que ça correspond en point en français. 15?
Do you guys do that grading system in France?
They do it out of 20 points.
I think it's
Out of 20 points, so if 20 is the best you can get,
Yeah.
So
16.
About 16, yeah, 16. It's passing, but it's not great.
That's
you know.
high. I would say
That's high. Okay, maybe a 15.
14.
I would
14.
Yeah, sorry.
He's rating you now himself.
Hey,
You said a B. You said a B. It's not me. You said B.
Ignore him.
A B plus.
Alors, but I'm going to translate in French so I can.
Yeah, no, you can. Yeah.
So you said that the crowd was being very obnoxious. Now the post-fight celebration, they kind of make sense now.
I mean, the whole thing. And granted, I was prepared for that. Like, I was on the other end of this when the UFC came to Charlotte, and I was the hometown guy. And people were booing the mess out of the other guy just because he was the other guy. So it's one of those things. I knew people were gonna, be booing me, but it's still, when you're in an arena full of people booing you and flipping you off, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the kind of guy that's like, hey, I'll fight every single one of y'all motherfuckers. Like, yo, line them up, baby. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want some of this? Come get some of this. So, Kevin was just like the conduit for me, kind of giving the middle finger to all the fans out there today. But I say that, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I would much rather fight in front of a crowd that hates my guts and is booing me and trying to tear into me than a crowd that is indifferent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love the energy, man. That was amazing.
Thank you and congrats on your
Thank you,
fight.
brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the social media work. You got to collab with me on some of those posts, man.
For sure, that's good.
Okay.
It seems that, congrats first. It
Merci.
seems like the winner of this fight can get a chance in the top 15. I think both of you are close to that. You won? Do you have a name you want to face, someone to call out, and what's your ambition in 2025?
They keep on asking me if I'm looking at anybody, but my problem is I'm looking at everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoever wants it can get it. You know what I'm saying? 1 through 15, they're all on the list. You feel me? So, whoever says yes, you know what I'm saying? The matchmakers call me and give me fights. I'm out here to fight people who get paid. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting any younger. So, the answer is just yes. Are you looking at anyone in the top 15? Yes, everybody in the top 15. So we'll see what happens next.
But you think you deserve a shot?
Of course. I'm 7-1 in the UFC. Don't let the fool. Not 6-1-1. I'm 7-1 in the UFC. So yeah, of course I think I deserve something in the top 15. I think I'm top 15 right now.
Thank you. And what you going to do tonight?
I think you know what I'm gonna do tonight. Brother. I am going to find some of the best French wine I can get my hands on, and I might drink a whole bottle by myself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have a good time. You know what I'm saying? I gotta explore the streets of France. You know what I'm saying? Paint the town red. I gotta leave my mark. You know what I'm saying? I left my mark on this stadium. Now I'm gonna leave my mark on the town of or the place of Paris, France.
Enjoy your time.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Merci.
Hey Bryan, over here. We talked about your amateur career at the pre-fight conference. Do you think that helps you a lot when you have to stand against a guy like Kevin or any guy?
100%, absolutely. Kind of like I said the other day, you know, that's the whole point of an amateur career. You know what I'm saying? You want to fight the best people so that you can have all sorts of experiences, so that no matter what happens inside the cage, you're able to adjust. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the biggest skill sets I think I have in MMA is my adaptability. You know what I'm saying? If something doesn't work, all right, boom, we move on to the next thing. If that thing doesn't work, boom, we move on to the next thing. I've felt everything. You know what I'm saying? I've gone against every kind of person. You know what I'm saying? There is. So it's like when I'm in there, you know what I'm saying? There's a freedom to being in there. You know what I'm saying? Where I know I'm prepared for every situation.
And the last one, I'm just wondering who got the better Dragon Ball tattoo, you or my Vegeta Majin Buu on my arm?
Come on, son. You talking about your forearm. You talking about your forearm. Make sure y'all get this. Come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, son. You talking about your forearm, dog. I got this. You know how many hours I sat in the chair getting... Come on, son. Don't come at me with a forearm, big dog.
Nah, thank you, Bryan, and amazing battle.
Thank you,
Thank
brother.
you for that, man.
Thank you, brother. Nice pun.
Bryan right here. So, first of all, congratulations on the win.
Thank you. Merci.
So, Kevin is a very durable fighter. He hasn't been TKO'd or submitted in his entire career. You come out there, you put a crazy pace on him, crazy pressure. Was that part of your game plan tonight?
Yeah, here's the thing. I mean, when you're in the cage with me, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're in the cage with me, you know what I'm saying? You have to be able to deal with that from the opening minute all the way to the end, you know what I'm saying? And from day one, my pace has always been kind of like my greatest attribute, you know what I'm saying? Like as I've gotten more skills and as I've developed, you know what I'm saying, there's other things that people have been able to focus on, but I mean, at the end of the day, I can always fall back on my pace, you know what I'm saying? Like, I work so hard, you know what I'm saying? I train so hard. I could have fought at that pace for like 20 rounds, you know what I mean? So, you know, so it's not really ever a part of the game plan, it just is what it is, you know what I'm saying? If you fight me, you're gonna have to deal with that pace, and no matter how tough you are, you're gonna break. So it's a matter of whether I catch you with something first or whether you just start breaking down physically and mentally.
And last question for me. Obviously, you're fighting in enemy territory. I could see it in the walkout. You were focused, and you finish Kevin. First thing you do, middle fingers to the crowd. even your post-fight interview, I even wrote it down. You had a crazy line. I know y'all did not think the Butcher was going to lose in a fist fight to a French dude.
Yeah, you know what I
So
mean?
can you walk me through that moment?
Dude, I mean, you know, this is what we do, you know what I'm saying? This is what we do it for, you know what I'm saying? This is why I train the way I do, you know what I'm saying? This is why I put myself through what I put myself through. This is why I make the sacrifices that I make, you know what I'm saying? It's always, just in general, it's always blown me away, you know, people turning down fights or not wanting to fight places, you know what I'm saying? What is the point of training to fight if you're gonna be afraid, you know what I'm saying? And then training the way I do, training the way me and my team do, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to go anywhere. And so it's like going somewhere where no one wants you to win, that's exciting, you know what I'm saying? And then shutting everyone up, that's even more exciting. You know what I'm saying? I said the Butcher's never going to lose in a fist fight to a French dude, but, you know, to me, the Butcher's never going to lose in a fist fight to any type of dude. You know what I'm saying? It was just like a little bit sweeter that, you know, I beat a French dude in France and everyone was mad about it. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? That's what we do, baby. We go, whether we're at home, whether everyone loves me, or whether we're in enemy territory. You know what I'm saying? We're coming out here to bust people's asses. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we did tonight.
One more for me. Obviously, you started MMA pretty late into your life, 21 years old, if I'm correct. A lot of people, a lot of kids as well, they're always thinking of starting MMA, but they're questioning, like, hey, is it not too late? Am I physically fit enough? Or just finding any reason not to start yet. You are a prime example of somebody that can make it big, even though they do start later in their life. What would you say to these guys that just find any reason to not start?
You know, in order to do anything, you know, you just have to start. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, anytime you start something, you're gonna be bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not just gonna wake up one day and be a prodigy. You know what I'm saying? You might have some more natural tendencies and be a little bit better than, you know, better at this than that, but period, you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna be bad at anything when you get started. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? If you want to play football, you're gonna be bad at football until you learn how to get good at it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to play basketball, you know what I'm saying? You have to learn how to dribble a ball. You have to learn how to make a basket. You know what I mean? So, you know, anytime you want to do something, you just have to start. You know what I'm saying? And unless you start, you can't ever really discount yourself. You know what I'm saying? Unless you start, you can't ever really, you know. I guess the biggest thing is to just start. You know what I'm saying? Give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? And just commit to it. You know what I'm saying? Starting, committing, and believing in yourself will take you a really long way.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying.